I don't think anybody gets confused about Texas being known as a law and order state. And as long as I have anything to do with it, it's going to stay that way.
Good.
Throughout our history, and we do have a rather noted history, we've been blessed with peace officers who devoted their lives to public service, keeping their fellow Texans safe. And of all the icons that people associate with our state, from that rugged cowboy to the oil-drenched wildcatter, perhaps there is no image so truly Texan as those chosen to wear that Cinco Peso badge of the Texas Rangers. The tools of the trade may have become more sophisticated over time. These men and women are carrying computers and cell phones and laser sights, but today's Rangers are just as ready to put a stop to trouble as their predecessors were 187 years ago. One riot, one Ranger is still prophetic and still true today. So these individuals may spend a fair amount of their time behind a desk, but they're still very skilled in those time-honored art of law enforcement, from investigating criminal endeavors to securing our international border. As the drug cartels have turned up the heat on the other side of our border over the past few years, we have invested significant state resources to secure our border, and we've worked with our local law enforcement, our local police departments, Aaron, and county sheriffs, the game wardens, even our Texas military forces have been engaged in this effort. But when it comes time to take the fight to the bad guys, there's only one choice to lead our efforts, and that, of course, was when we named the Texas Ranger Recon Teams. Tony, let me tell you, it's reassuring to the citizens of this state to know that our Rangers are on the job, especially in light of the ongoing reports of deteriorating conditions along that border with kidnappings, assassinations, and terroristic acts, oftentimes just miles from Texas communities. So Texas is going to keep doing the right thing. We're going to keep investing in the safety of our citizens and directing our most potent resources at the border problem. That's our Texas peace officers and our Texas Rangers. So on behalf of 24 million Texans who sleep soundly under the mantle of your protection, I want to say thank you to the men and women of the Texas Rangers for your courageous service. And I also want to thank a man who has brought renewed attention to our Ranger Corps with his portrayal of an iconic Ranger, a character who was observant, meticulous, and honorable in every way. People may whisper about his superpowers, but let me tell you, the greatest power of Chuck Norris is his integrity. It's his commitment to the next generation, their training in self-reliance, hard work, of honor, of God and country. Throughout his years as Walker Texas Ranger, Chuck had the support of his brother, executive producer, Aaron. Together, they helped elevate our Texas Rangers to truly mythical status. And it is for that service that I am proud today to name them Honorary Texas Rangers. And Terry, I'm going to let you make the actual presentation, and then we're going to open it up to both Chuck and Aaron to allow them to say a few words. Tony?
We're going to swap.
We're going to swap.
Got the other one. I know how to spell. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Very proud.
It's an honor.
This says both, and you'll have Chuck Norris in one and his brother's name in the other, Aaron's in the other. It says Know ye the Texas Rangers, reposing special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and ability of Chuck Norris and Aaron Norris, do appoint him an honorary Texas Ranger. Honorary Texas Rangers are to discharge their duties by honoring the memory and service of past Texas Rangers, supporting the preservation of the principles, history, heritage, and tradition of the Texas Rangers, and doing and performing all manner of things thereunto belonging. In testimony whereof, the Texas Ranger Chief hereunto signed his name and caused the seal of the Texas Ranger Chief to be affixed at the city of Austin, the 21st day of October, in the year of our Lord 2010.
Well, Aaron and I were in Israel when I got an offer to do the Walker Texas Ranger series. And I had turned down several series offers. But when this one came, I was talking to Aaron about it. I said, Aaron, if I'm going to do a series, this would be the one I'd want to do. And he says, you're absolutely right. So we came home from the filming and I signed to do the series. Well, they had an idea of how they wanted the Texas Rangers to be.
And it wasn't good.
And it wasn't my idea of what the Texas Rangers are. And I said, no, if I can't do it with the traditional values that the Texas Rangers have, then I can't do this series. And they said, well, it won't last. A traditional TV series will not last. I said, well, let's see. So 8.5 years later, there's
Yeah.
and actually they wanted us to go for 2 more years. They wanted us to go for 10.5 years, but Gina was pregnant with our twins, and I knew it was time to hang it up. And but it's probably been one of the most rewarding 8.5 years in our film career. Don't you think, Butch?
It is the most rewarding,
Yeah, it
and
has.
I gotta say we created heroes on film and television, but the real heroes are right here around us.
Absolutely. And it's so amazing, you know, when we syndicated the Walker series, we had 1 billion viewers watching the Walker series. And everywhere we went, Moscow, wherever we went, all they wanted to talk about was Walker Texas Rangers, about the Texas Rangers. And of course, that's all I wanted to talk about too. But it's been an incredible run, and I wouldn't have it any other way, would you? And making friends with a lot of the Texas Rangers.
Who are in
and
our
meeting
show
a lot of
all
them
the
today.
time. They've actually played the Texas Rangers, a lot of them, and I see a lot of our Dallas PD here too.
Yeah, that's come to see us get the award today, and we thank you guys too for doing this. And but anyway, it's really been an honor, and like I say, with Governor Perry, you know, we've been friends for a long time. When he was actually land commissioner, he used to come out to the ranch, but I haven't been able to get him there since he's been governor. But he made a promise that he and Anita would come out and visit us at the ranch. But again, thank you all, and God bless you all.
Yes.
Thank you, brother. Aaron, Chuck, both congratulations and thank you for being citizens of our state that we can point our children to and say, grow up and be like that man. That is a great tribute to the way you live your lives, and